Up next is Temple head coach Rod Carey. The Owls are 4-1 overall, 1-0 in the American Athletic Conference. Temple was in action this past Thursday at ECU. Temple won the game 27-17. Owls are back at home at Lincoln Financial Field Saturday. They'll be hosting Memphis, noon Eastern, 11 a.m. Central on ESPN2. Coach, thanks so much for giving us some time this afternoon. If we could just get your thoughts on the win last Thursday at ECU, and we expect to see you back at home Saturday against the Tigers.
Yeah, thanks, Chuck. The game last week, ECU, feels like a lifetime ago. It was on Thursday, so we're well into Memphis. Obviously, we're happy. Any road conference win is a good one, and certainly we're happy we came away in a hostile environment with a good win. And a hard-earned one for sure at that point. But looking forward to Memphis. Obviously, they're a good football team. They're explosive on offense, and defensively, they're big, physical, and they run around, and they're doing a nice job. They're holding people down in points as well. So they complement each other well, and then they're dynamic in special teams. And it's because of the players and the schemes they're doing. They're just well coached and obviously executing at a high rate right now.
We'll take questions for Coach Rod Carey, please. Star 1 on your telephone keypad to join the queue. Then the operator will introduce you.
Thank you. We'll take our first question from Mark Narducci with Philadelphia Inquirer. Please go ahead.
Good afternoon, Rod. Dan
Mark.
Archibong, how you doing? Yeah. Dan Archibong was hurt near the end of the game. Is there any update on him?
Yeah, he twisted his ankle a little bit there, and but he was out there practicing today. The extra time certainly helped him. Minor injury, but certainly he's been out practicing today and treating and getting better, and normal wear and tear football.
Rod, one other thing. This is probably going to be the best offense you've faced to date. What impresses you most about the Memphis offense?
Well, their commitment to the run sets up everything that they do, and they certainly have dynamic playmakers outside, and they get them the ball on screens and RPOs and play action, but everything's set up with that run game and the multiple schemes that they run up front. So, and then the quarterback he handles the offense perfectly in my estimation. He's very rarely going the wrong place with the football, and when they call on him to do that. So that kind of all that, Mark, kind of makes them go.
Thank you.
You bet.
We'll now take our next question from Ronnie Woodward with the Greenville Daily Reflector. Please go ahead.
Hey, Coach, I know you said the ECU game feels like a long time ago, but if you could just go back to the first drive, the Pirates scored a touchdown, and they were at home, and black jerseys and the fans and all that. Your team in the second quarter, though, took control. How were you able to stop that momentum that ECU had, maybe to pull an upset and kind of take control of the game despite that hot start by ECU?
We kind of settled down on defense and offensively as well. It was a great environment that Thursday night, and we were a little too up emotionally. And sometimes there's that fine line in there when you're too up that, you're kind of seeing the crowd instead of seeing your job that you have to do. So that was probably the biggest thing, is that we kind of leveled out a little bit there and started executing and getting our eyes right.
Did that impress your team in that situation, a road conference opener, and falling behind on that first drive, but immediately bouncing back? Was that obviously a good thing that you saw from your players?
Yeah, I said after the game, there's a lot to clean up from that game, and we've certainly worked hard to do that, and well into still doing that as we prep for Memphis. But with that being said, to fight through the road adversity was something really good to see.
Okay. Thanks, Coach.
You bet.
We'll now take our next question from Donald Hunt with the Philadelphia Tribune. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Coach Carey, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Can you give me your thoughts on Ramon Davis, who's done such a terrific job of running the football for you, particularly the last two games where he's going well over 100 yards?
Yeah, well, Ramon is getting better each week. if you remember, he's just a true freshman, and so I think the rate of improvement when you get those game reps for a true freshman is exponentially higher than probably other positions and guys that maybe are a little older that have been through it a little bit. So we're starting to see that, and really the not the trick, but the progression you have to take him through is just keep him on that path and keep him going physically, mentally, and everything. And he's doing a nice job along with Jagger Gardner. You know, Jagger's playing his best ball as a senior as well, and really running the ball well and improving. And it's first time for a lot of these game reps for him too.
Yeah. And just your overall thoughts on playing Memphis. They're coming into the link nationally ranked, and you know it's got to create some exciting amongst the program and the players and yourself as well.
Well, we're certainly excited about the game. You know, the number one reason is because it's the next one, and I know that's coach speak and what have you, but we're back at home, and that's always a wonderful thing for us. We love playing at the link and our guys in front of our fans and our families and stuff. So there's certainly excitement around it, and Memphis is a really good ball club. You know, it's not just that they're ranked. You turn on the film and you see, you know, really good football players, really well coached and dynamic and explosive.
Okay. All right. Thanks a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll take our next question from John DiCarlo with owlscoop.com. Please go ahead.
Hey, Rod. How are you?
Good, John. How are you?
Good. Hey, I know this isn't something you have to make a decision on right away. It could be kind of fluid, but with, I guess, so Randall, just to double check, Randall Jones didn't play Thursday night, right?
Nope, he didn't.
Is there a chance with his recovery going the way it is there a chance that he could redshirt this year?
Yeah, I mean, you said it. I don't think we'll really address that. There's always a chance, right? But you got to get healthy first, and then you got to see when that occurs, and you kind of plug all that in. And certainly some of those conversations have started already, and Randall and I are on the same page about it. And we'll just go forward as we see.
And when you look at a guy like Gainwell, looking at Memphis and what he's done in their backfield, he's averaging 8.2 yards a carry. They've had a run of good backs there. What have you seen specifically of him on film? I think they've recruited him initially as a smaller wide receiver, but he's running it really well. What impresses you about him running the ball?
Well, yeah, to be a good back, you have to have great vision, right? And he certainly has that. The second thing he has is unbelievable balance, and he's really strong. You know, it may not seem like it because of his physical stature that he's strong, but he is extremely strong. He's tough to bring down. So, and then he's got the speed to go. So he's kind of got the whole package right there. And again, he's, you know, just, you can tell each game he's getting better and better.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
We'll now take our next question from Sean Pastor with Owls Daily. Please go ahead.
Hey, Rod. So the question that John just gave you about Randall Jones, I had the same question about Linwood Crump. You know,
yeah, so it would be the same answer. Linwood practiced today, and so I think we're getting a lot closer to his return, and then we'd go ahead and when he's ready to go, you know, Linwood and I have obviously talked, and we're on the same page as well. We'll address that as needed when he gets back, but really until he gets back, it's not a question to completely, because you can say, okay, yeah, let's redshirt, and then you get a bunch of guys dinged, and then you're not redshirting, you know, and you can say you're not redshirting, and then he never gets back, and you know, then all of a sudden it's a redshirt. So it's not something to go ahead and really answer until we're back and healthy.
Okay, and how about Ty Mason? He didn't travel the other night.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah. He was with, you know, he had an injury, so he didn't come down, but he's working his way back, and hopefully see him on the practice field here this week, and he'll be ready to go.
Okay. And on this game, I just wanted to ask, you know, it jumps off the page. Memphis has, if you include kickoffs and punt returns, they've got like 20 plays of 30-plus yards this year. You guys have only given up 5 plays of 30-plus yards. among many other things that are going to decide this game, is that one of the huge ones?
Well, I think explosive plays in a football game decide every game, and certainly they're coming in executing at a high rate and getting explosive plays because of that execution, and our defense has done a good job on the other. So it really is going to come down to, where our eyes are at and how we're executing and, holding that down. But that'll certainly be a factor.
Okay, thanks.
Coach, thanks so much for the time. As always, we look forward to hearing from you once again on next Monday.